Hello guys, welcome to today's super duper exciting video. This could potentially be the most exciting video that I've done yet. What do you think, Todd? Do you think so?
I think so. I think it's gonna be amazing.
We are arriving at Black Hole Jiu-Jitsu very shortly, in just a couple of minutes, for a, drum roll please, a Ffion Davies seminar. I'm internally just kind of freaking out here. I'm gonna be fangirling really hard. If you guys don't know who Ffion Davies is, do a quick Google search. She will come up right away. She's probably one of the biggest, most successful female grapplers in the game right now. She's one of my favorite people to watch. So do a quick Google search, follow her on Instagram, and you will see who she is. And today we are taking a seminar with her, and I'm super excited. So naturally, I had to message her. I had to pop up in her DMs, and I had to ask her if I could get a couple questions from her after the seminar. And she responded right away. I was like, okay. So she said yes, absolutely. So not only do I get to learn from her today, but I get to sit down with her and just chat with her about jiu-jitsu. So I'm super, super excited. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. She's like a celebrity. I feel like I'm gonna be interviewing a celebrity.
She's gonna be great.
So yeah, stay tuned for the most exciting day of my life. All right, so we just pulled into Black Hole, and I was just thinking, you know what's really crazy? Is how in real life with celebrities, you're probably never gonna meet, what's the percentage of you actually meeting a celebrity in real life? Like a negative 1000%, right? But with jiu-jitsu, the percentage of you meeting, training, and learning from a quote-unquote jiu-jitsu celebrity, it can definitely happen. And can you open the car? Rude. The chances of you meeting a jiu-jitsu celebrity is so high. I can't believe it. I'm nervous.
What are you talking about? Should I cut a sleeve off?
You should definitely
cut a sleeve off. Oh my god. We have scissors here, right?
Is this what you're wearing to the seminar?
Yeah.
I can't believe you fit in it.
Wait, are you like that? Perfect.
I just rolled with Ffion Davies. It's probably the best day of my life. She submitted me, what, 5 times? She didn't even try. She didn't even try. Only 5. That was honestly, that was a win for me right there. Only 5 times. What's up, guys? We are here with the famous Ffion Davies. Super famous. She's very famous. And Fatima. Fatima is famous in my eyes too. She's one of my favorite training partners.
We're so famous.
So yeah, I feel like a lot of my viewers, followers, subscribers on YouTube are new to jiu-jitsu. So this is like the most exciting day of my life, taking a seminar with you. So I don't know, I feel like because maybe a lot of them don't follow the jiu-jitsu competition scene, or like, you know, maybe the jiu-jitsu community and like what goes on. I figured you could just tell everyone a little bit about yourself and how you got started with jiu-jitsu and your judo background and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I actually started MMA first, so I wanted to be Ronda Rousey, basically.
Didn't we all?
I came from, yeah, I think there was such a big surge of girls getting into it, and like I saw like friends from school posting like Ronda Rousey quotes online, and I was like, what is happening? Like, it's really hit like mainstream. And I used to do judo when I was very young, quit in my teens, very like normal, like everyone kind of you know, if you do a sport from a young age, I feel like
You
it's
quit
really
eventually,
common.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just like boys, and you're a teenage girl, and you're self-conscious, and my body was very different to other teenage girls. Like, I was very hench. So I was, you know, at the time that wasn't cool. So I was very self-conscious, and then I saw Ronda Rousey was doing MMA. I wanted to do it, and then the coach there was like, "You need to do this jiu-jitsu thing as well." And I was like, "Okay, what is that?" And it was the groundwork, so the niwaza in judo. And I hated niwaza when I did judo, which is so funny now. And then I ended up just loving it, and
But that's why your
getting more into
takedowns
that.
are like amazing.
It's okay.
What are like future goals, or like what keeps you training jiu-jitsu? The way you do,
Yeah,
like
'cause I
such
feel
a
like
high
you've-
level where
You've accomplished so
accomplished.
much.
Like, what more is there to accomplish? You're already so high up.
I think kind of like what you literally just said earlier. You were saying, "Oh, I've got like big goals, and it's this is my big goal." It's kind of like that. So like the things that I've won, none of them are my ultimate goal.
Wow.
Which is like I
That's
have
amazing.
learned to just be like, no, I really have to appreciate and enjoy this moment, because I won Nogi Worlds just there, and I was like, that might be the last time I ever win it, because there's so many young girls coming through who've trained since they were little kids, and I started when I was 18, almost 19, which is late to start this.
Yeah.
Like, but you know, now these young kids are coming through, so I might not win another Nogi Worlds, or I might not win Europeans next time, because there's so many new people coming through, and I'm late to it. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as each moment comes. But like the big goals that I have are like ADCC, win that, and like Gi Worlds. So I appreciate each one, but at the same time I'm not done. So it's like that keeps me motivated all the time. And also it's not just about winning things. It's like I just love getting better at this because I enjoy it so much. So and I have so much to work on. So I'm like,
tell me about
I have so many things I'm awful at. So I'm like, this is great.
Me too.
That is so
shit.
good, though. That is so good. That's awesome.
So you train full time, right? And
Yeah.
then you live in Ireland.
Yeah.
And she's in New York teaching a seminar. So like you travel around the world teaching. You teach at your gym in Ireland. Like what's a day in your life like? Like what do you do from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep?
So when I'm in Ireland and like I'm in a normal schedule, I'm not traveling or anything, I'll train in the afternoon or the morning. It's either like a 10 a.m. or a 12 a.m. class. I'll train then. That's like the hard session. So that's like Monday to Thursday. Hard morning training. It's intense. It's like pro training. It is.
You are.
Technically. Not sure. Sometimes I don't feel like it. So I'll do that, and then I'll do a light session in the evening. So I don't do 2 heavy sessions each day.
Okay.
It's just not possible for
I
me.
always wondered that if like
Yeah.
you know high level athletes like you that just train full time, do you just go hard like 3 times a day?
No, I don't even train 3 times a day. I train
Wow.
twice a day max.
Okay.
And sometimes it'll be like weights and a jiu-jitsu session, or it'll be 2 jiu-jitsu sessions. Lately it's been 2 jiu-jitsu sessions because just traveling is so hard to find a weights gym, and
Yeah.
that's like skill is my priority always, so I'd rather jiu-jitsu session than
Sure.
a weight session, but I have to make sure I look after my body. So
Yeah.
Injuries
and stuff.
yeah, I could get better with that. But yeah, I only do 2 sessions a day, and then on a Saturday I train once, and then Sunday I completely rest.
Oh, that's
so
good to
I
know.
prioritize resting. I used to try and train 3 times a day. I used to go crazy, do as much as possible, but I wouldn't. I remember, you had 2 classes in a row, and I'd go to each, and then I'd do that again in the night. So technically 4 sessions, but there was
That's
no
what we were
quality.
talking about
Yeah.
too,
Yeah,
Alexa. Alexa's behind the camera, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking to. We were saying like when we first started, I mean, not that our sessions were anywhere near as like tough as yours, I'm sure, but like we would try to do like 3 classes in a row, and then if we could go in the morning,
Every
we would
single
try to do it, and it's like
Yeah.
that's really hard to do. It's
Yeah,
not
it's-
like for the long term.
Quality over
Right.
quantity.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like everyone's got different class structures, so some people will have like just an hour, but like our sessions will be like an hour and a half to 2, so it's like I can't do
It's so
a million of those
yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and
Yeah.
I'll be wrecked. And like, yeah, I just try and just do good quality sessions. I prioritize advancing technique, not making myself tired for the sake of it. Just like trying to get as technical as possible, because
Yeah.
then you can conserve energy.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy.
We're all lazy. That's the key thing is we're lazy.
Yeah. It's a very technical sport, and like I'm not trying to be like Miss Olympia or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to I just want to be good skill-wise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, which
I
I
just
think.
have one question.
Yeah.
Did you train with a lot of girls at your gym? Like, do you have girls at your gym or not
I
really?
do now.
You do?
Yeah, I didn't when I come from Wales, and like the gym there didn't have like many, if any, girls really. And now where I train is loads. So
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
really
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same as you. Lots of girls. It's good.
Yeah, the more girls, the better. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like the more that we can help.
I just found like when you're competing, sometimes it's hard. Like if you're training with mostly guys
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you compete, not that it's like it's just so different
It
that
is
sometimes
different.
I feel like it's sometimes hard to prep without having some females in the room.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so different. Like I remember I went to a tournament, like a major for the first time. I went on my own. I was a blue belt. I'd not done any big tournaments yet, and I went to armbar this girl in the first round, and I armbarred her and I let go. Because I just assumed she'd tapped, and it was just, she hadn't tapped, and the ref looked at me like, what are you doing? And she was just so flexible,
Right,
and I was like,
yeah.
I was so used to getting there, and I just like, okay, release, and then, I don't know, it was weird, it was like it's just different, the guard is so different,
Oh, yeah.
so many things, and at the end of the day, training-wise is important too, because I don't want to if I'm rolling with like 10, 80 kilo lads, it's going to be super tiring on my body. Whereas if I train with girls who are my size, it's still obviously tiring, but it's more
Different,
technically
yeah.
challenging
Yeah,
than
you're not
just
gonna,
like.
your ribs popped out. From just
Exactly. Yeah, and like they could be going, I've got amazing training partners in the gym, and like I'm sure the guys here too are great. Like,
yeah.
But like even so, accidents happen, and it's going to be more likely when they're bigger partners, and you need that mix of partners. But it's like if you're an 80 kilo guy, you're probably gonna have lots of training partners because like most
Yeah.
are around that size.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're like one of the girls is like 95 pounds.
Oh, Kristen, yeah, she's so tiny.
It's like you need to try and at least get someone close enough. Dream. So.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I have one last question. I don't know if you have any other questions.
You go
Fatima. Do you have any tips? Like I said, a lot of the viewers of my channel, like they're newer to jiu-jitsu. So do you have any tips for the girls that are on here, or even the guys that are just starting out in jiu-jitsu and maybe are feeling intimidated or just still trying to like get comfortable being on the mats?
Yeah, like that's a really good question. Like my biggest tip is to try not to get too frustrated with yourself. I remember like whenever I tried to learn something new, I was lucky in jiu-jitsu that I didn't have this mentality early on because I enjoyed it too much. But like I think people can get so like self-conscious and they're like, I didn't get the move. You go to drill a technique and you're like, I didn't get it right straight away, so I'm stupid. So you just get frustrated and you think, oh, I'm too dumb to do this. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. It's like, you've just started something. You're not meant to be good. I still don't feel good. I still don't feel good. There are so many people who can still like hop on me. They can hop off me, they can kick my ass, like, sorry for swearing, but they can beat me up so bad. Like there's so many people who can still do that to me. And I just feel like you have to do it for enjoyment, and like if you're like, oh my god, I'm crap at this, like you're meant to be bad.
Yeah.
You've just started. You're meant to be
true.
bad 5 years in.
Yeah.
Literally. If you're not bad 5 years in, I'm like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Dream, and I think it has to be more about this is fun. Remember, you're doing this to have fun, and if you're just beating yourself up all the time, it's not going to be an enjoyable
fun.
experience. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I feel like in such a like jiu-jitsu, I find it like a book, you know what I mean? And it's like a series, like the book kind of never ends, and it always has that cliffhanger, so I feel like you can never reach a peak of knowing all of it, because still there's so much coming out now, so to be able to have that mentality of like you've been doing it for so long and again accomplish so much that you're still like there's still more to learn, it's so encouraging.
I remember when Todd, when he first got his black belt, like he would say that he felt like he was just starting all over again. Did you feel like that when you got your black belt? Like it's like a whole other level.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, the girls are gonna fight now. No one is ever easy. Like there's never anyone bad in your bracket.
Oh my god.
When you're like, you go into blue belt and you're like, oh, it's a few like spuds in there. You're like, oh sorry. Handing one drink. Every night. Sometimes you are the spud. Drink, and that's okay. But then at black belt it's literally like, oh god, every fight is gonna be a war. And if it's not, it's like you just got lucky to get your position early. But it's really good. I was excited for that challenge.
Like your match recently at Who's Number One, like that was like, wow. Oh my gosh, I would have died 30 seconds in.
I was dying. Yes. The girl, I had to like diet and cut weight, and the girl who did my diet for me was like, well, lucky we did that well because you would have been wrecked.
I was watching it and I was like, I don't know how. And like what I love about your game is like you are so aggressive and you just like push forward. And like that was just exactly what I felt that match was. Like the whole time you just pushed and pushed for like, what was it, 15 minutes? What was the match? 10, 15 minutes?
15. So long, 15.
So
I
now,
would've died.
That kind of leads into my question. What do you think of wrestling as far as jiu-jitsu? Because I feel like right now you have like strict guard pullers that are like, this is the way to go, leg lock, submit, and then you have these wrestlers that are coming in and that are able to kind of push the pace and push that top pressure game. What do you think of wrestling as far as in jiu-jitsu?
I think it's such a good base for jiu-jitsu. I'm so afraid that they'll all think that it's cool one day and come do it. I hope they just keep thinking. I hope
keep thinking guard pulling's cool.
I hope they just think they're like, oh my god, like jiu-jitsu is so nerdy. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna stay with wrestling. And I'm like, yeah, nice. Please never come. Because it's such a good base. All you need to do is show them a few submissions, like for who passes, and they'll be great.
Yeah.
Please think it's uncool. But yeah, like I feel like I want to be good at both. I want to be able to wrestle and I want to be able to just pull guard when I want to. I feel like you have to. I love being versatile because people will think, oh, Fiona just wants to be on top. So then I'm like, well, I'm just going to stop pulling guard now because if you, like in the match, I like did some top stuff and I was like, well, nothing's happening here. Dream, she's not going to pull, so I started pulling guard and just to switch it up. You know, I feel like I want to be able to do both and not just be stuck in one way. Obviously, I love top and bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be comfortable in every position, I think.
For sure. Yeah.
Especially the more high-level people that you go against. All right, I think that's... Do you have any more questions, Alexa? I think that's all I have.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I have 4 million questions, but...
Yeah, I know. I could just sit here all day. Just go on. All right, well, thank you so much for the seminar. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer. And I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.